Hey, it's Jason from Pro Guitar Studio, and today we're going to talk all about dominant 7th chords. Now, how this piece came about was that I keep getting requests over the years for Allman Brothers Tunes, and I wanted to make something in that style. So this is what came out. I know it's super fast when you heard the example, but just so you know, you don't have to play it that fast. We're going to play it nice and slow, and you'll see that going through this will actually help you learn that arpeggio, okay? Now, learning that arpeggio will help give you that Allman Brothers sound, but also the dominant 7 chord outlines a very bluesy sound, right? So we're playing an A7 chord. We get that very bluesy tone that probably many of you are very familiar with. So by playing through this piece, it'll help get the shapes under your fingers, and that's what we really want, right? We want to get your fingers used to these arpeggios so that you can throw them into your own playing. So first off, the chord progression I played there, we're not going to spend much time on it, but what I was doing, I was taking an A7 chord, which is the 5th fret, string number 1 through 6, okay, barred down. The ring finger on fret number 7 on the A string. Middle finger on fret number 6 on the G string, okay? And we have the notes A, C sharp, E, and G. Makes an A7 chord, but when we talk about the chord by itself, often it's referred to as the dominant 7, okay? But the A7 chord, all I'm doing there is I'm doing a hammer on, then I'm barring the ring finger down to play a D chord. So I'm barring the ring finger on string number 2, 3, and 4, and that's usually on the up strum. So when I do this progression, this is definitely influenced from something else along the way. I can't think of what it is, but I'm sure you could let me know if you recognize this sort of pattern. But this riff right here, I'm just embellishing that A7 chord. So it's nothing too crazy. It's just the speed that sounds pretty nuts. So we go. Sounds pretty cool, right? So I do that on the A7 chord once. I do the G7, so 3rd fret. And the D7, fret number 10, I do that twice. In the recording, the second time around, I did an ending where I finish off with the D7 up here, which is fret number 14, 13, 14. So this is just the top 3 strings of the open D7 chord, if you know that one down here, but up 12 frets higher. So the second time around. Something like that. I think I did a shorter period of the D7 at the end. But really the whole point here is to get you understanding the concept of the chords that I'm playing, which is an A7, G7, and a D7, okay? So when we get into the lead guitar part here, what we need to get comfortable with is the 7th arpeggio. So starting from the E string, from the A note, fret number 5, that's our root note, okay? So index finger, middle finger, getting that all wrong there. So finger number 2 on the 5th fret, string number 6, and that's an A note. So fret number 5, string 6, going to fret number 4 on the A string, okay? So that is a C sharp, A, C sharp, and then I go to an E, which is fret number 7, and I jump across with my ring finger. All right, so fret number 7 on the A string, and then I play 5, 7 on the D string, which is G, and then back to A. Then I play C sharp, so 6th fret on the G string, E, which is the 5th fret on the B string, G, which is the 8th fret on the B string, and then we also have this note right here, which is an A on the 1st string, 5th fret, and we can play a C sharp if we want to as well on string number 1, 9th fret. All right, so my phrases are all based on that arpeggio. So get that under your fingers if you can. The whole point of this piece, like I said, is to learn that shape. So I started off by going 6th fret, string number 3, then 5th fret, string 2, and string number 1. Back to string number 2. Then I slide into fret number 10 on string number 2, which is an A note. So it's still the root note, but it just sounds pretty cool. All right. Then I come down the arpeggio from the G note, which is fret number 8 on string 2. Try again. right, so just write down that arpeggio. So nothing too crazy, it's just the speed. Then I go to the G note, so take the same arpeggio down to the 3rd fret. Okay, so G, fret number 3. And these last longer, so 2 beats each. Then I go up the arpeggio. And so same thing there, I'm going from G to B, and then I do D, so fret number 5, 3, 5, 4, 3, 6, 3. Okay, so then I slide up to the 11th fret on string number 3, which is an F sharp. And this is part of the D7 arpeggio, okay? Then I play a D note. So same thing, 2 beats each. Okay, so I go from here to here. So the D note, 10th fret, string number 4. Then I add one more note in here, so it makes it a little more interesting. 12, 11, 10 on string number 5. And I approach the 9th fret, which is normally the arpeggio note, by a semitone below. Alright, so that makes it a little more interesting. And it gives you that flavor that we're looking for here. Adding the blues note in, as well as a chromatic approach tone to that major 3rd. Right now I did the same thing on the higher octave. So 14, 10 on string number 1, 13, 10 on string number 2, 13, 12 on string 3, 10, 11. Then we go to string number 1 on the 10th fret. So alright, so let's play it slower just so you can recap the whole thing at a slower pace. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So very tough piece to play at the full speed, but that's not the intention here. Okay, so I played it full speed because that's how I wrote it, and the phrases are really cool, and it was a challenge. But slow it down, play it at your own pace. These phrases can work really well if you play them slow. So slow it right down for a slow blues, and just get it under your fingers and slowly pick it up over time. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel for more videos coming out your way each week, and I'll see you soon.